Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Yorkton Agriplex. Tim Calder bringing you Subway Bulldogs lacrosse right here on Access 7. Kevin Lubanicki, our usual color man, is off in Saskatoon at a lacrosse tournament. By an excuse to skip out on a lacrosse game, but nevertheless, I'll be doing it on my own. And for those of you who harken back to hockey season, last time I did a broadcast on my own, it went a period and a half of overtime between the Yorkton Terriers and the Melville Millionaires. But nevertheless, this is lacrosse. Subway Bulldogs lacrosse on Access 7. Moose Jaw Mustangs in town to play the home side, the Yorkton Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs certainly not coming off of a particularly impressive game last night in Moose Jaw, a 13-3 defeat at the hands of the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And Moose Jaw maintains its integrity as the only undefeated team in the league. They have not yet lost a game. However, apparently the Bulldogs were without several regulars last night, as the scoreboard indicates, a 13-3 final in favor of Moose Jaw. Certainly not the result that anybody on the Bulldogs was looking for, and not much better for the Regina Riot, as Saskatoon Smash won their second game of the season 21-6 in moderately convincing fashion. I believe Regina needed a couple of touchdowns and a two-point conversion. As we take a look at the standings here in the Prairie Gold Lacrosse League, Moose Jaw, as I mentioned, undefeated, 7-0, have yet to lose a game in the history of the franchise. Taking a look at places, second place is Yorkton, 5-2-1, with of course that one tie coming last week against the Saskatoon Smash 15-all. And there is Saskatoon, 2-5-1, with that win, of course, last night over the Regina Riot. Speaking of the Riot, they are in fourth at 2-6, and the Regina Heat, at this point in time, occupying the rear. A bit surprising considering they are the senior team in the province. Also a 2-6 record. Of course, they don't qualify for the playoffs. The top four teams qualify, and at this point in time, if the playoffs were to start right now, it would be Yorkton against Saskatoon. But that's why we play the game, and I'll have to wait and see whether or not the Yorkton Bulldogs can pull out a victory here against the vaunted Moose Jaw Mustangs. As I mentioned, the only team never to lose a game. I believe it's a four-year history of the Mustangs. They have not ever lost, and to the best of my knowledge, I don't believe they've ever even dropped a point. But winning streaks are fleeting, and the Yorkton Bulldogs this year may be touted as the one team that could be able to offer the Moose Jaw Mustangs a challenge. We've got the face-off coming up next. This is Subway Bulldogs lacrosse on Access 7.
Think being a big brother means you'll always have to be a perfect role model?
Nice.
Think again. Share a little magic. Call Big Brothers Big Sisters, 1-800-263-9133.
Welcome back to the Yorkton Agriplex, ladies and gentlemen. Subway Bulldogs lacrosse on Access 7. Tim Calder, Mike Side. I'll be bringing you both play-by-play and color commentary. Our usual color man, Kevin Lubanicki, is off in Saskatoon at a tournament. And looking forward to a good game between these two rivals. The Moose Jaw Mustangs, 7-0. The team has never, ever lost a game against the home side, the Yorkton Bulldogs. And the two of them played last night. Not a close game in the least. 13-3 in favor of Moose Jaw, obviously, was the final score in last night's contest. And last week against the Saskatoon Smash, the Yorkton Bulldogs started to show that they were a bit tired having played the previous night. But these two teams did meet last night, so fatigue hopefully an equal factor on both sides. Our referees for this afternoon's matchup, Dorian Bush and Darren Lanigan. And once again, we're lucky enough to have our referee mic'd this afternoon. It is Lanigan. As play is now underway, a loose ball foul called there, and starting up is Ken Stewart, the leading scorer for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Stewart working off the left side, now to the left half board, sends it up top to Derek Burns. He couldn't control that. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by the Mustangs. Stutter step, good solid defense there by the Bulldogs. Loose ball on the floor, 10 on the shot clock. Moose Jaw gets the ball back. Controlling it up top is David Mitchell. Fakes a shot, now sends in low. Stewart shoots, that just missed. Rebound off the end boards, picked up by Jason Beatty. Beatty circles, takes his time, and will walk it out to center. Bulldogs making changes as Beatty comes in, now working up top. Beatty over for Lysenko, off the right point, centering pass. There's a shot, stopped by Brendan Andration. His first save, and for those of you watching at home, yes, that is all legal equipment. Brendan Andration is a big kid, prototypical box lacrosse goaltender as Lysenko sets up in behind the net, tries to stuff it home on the short side. That didn't work. Loose ball is picked up by Andration. Andration, as I mentioned, almost a prototypical box lacrosse goaltender, a big guy with big hands. Just sort of stands there, moves around, watches his angles, and lets the ball hit him. Of course, in stark contrast, down at the other end, the starting goaltender for the Bulldogs, Bennett Babchishin, who is small and quick, and his quickness will be tested here. There's a shot, nice save by Babchishin off of Booker Wills. Loose ball up top, and the Mustangs get it again. Bulldogs maintaining solid defense. A shot there was fanned on by Mark Timms. Loose ball on the floor. That's picked up by, this point in time, the Mustangs. 13 on the shot clock, and they'll set things up. Working up top is Wills. Tries to drive to the front of the net. He's turned off. Now just shoots one. That sails well wide. Rebound off the end boards is picked up by Brad Wilk, and that'll do it for the shot clock. Good defense so far. 17:58 to go here in period number 1, and the Bulldogs and the Moose Jaw Mustangs are scoreless. Following the shot clock expiring, the Bulldogs will set things up on offense. It's Beatty, plays it over for Adam Stewart, circles off the right side, sends it up top for Kyle Bzanski. Bzanski looks, plays it off. Stewart trying to cut to the middle. 10 on the shot clock. Stewart loses control of the ball, now gets it back. Adam Stewart switches hands, spots up tight. That is a long shot, a score! Jason Beatty let it go from up top. Andration, I'm not sure if he saw it, but certainly didn't move fast enough, and it's 1-0 for the Yorkton Bulldogs. Have to take another look at this. Stewart does a good job working off the pick, sends it up top to Beatty after he gets the ball back. Beatty just shoots, and Andration playing too deep in the net. I mentioned that Andration, because he's a bigger guy, doesn't move perhaps quite as quick as Bennett Babchishin. Needs to come out and play his angles very well. That time he missed the angle altogether, and Jason Beatty was quick to take advantage of it, and it is 1-0 for the home side. Loose ball on the floor in behind the Moose Jaw net. They finally get control of it, and coming away to center is Tanner Sones. He loses control of the ball, gets it back, alertly done. Nice spin move too. And now Sones will look to set it up. Sones working off the left side, half boards, down to the left corner. Being watched carefully there by Braden Marianchuk. Sones sends it up top. Now a good chance to set up as Padfield has it. Padfield looking, working up top, sends it over. Stewart. Again, the Moose Jaw Mustangs running out of shot clock. There's a wild shot there. That goes well wide from David Mitchell. And once again, the shot clock expires. Solid defense so far by the Yorkton Bulldogs as they'll bring up the offense. Braden Marianchuk with it, sends it across to Chris Lysenko, now down low. Good ball movement so far by the Bulldogs. There's a shot that bounces away high over the net and out of play, and that will be a Moose Jaw ball shot there from, I believe that was Kirk Bazinski that let that one go. Back the other way come the Moose Jaw Mustangs, looking to set up their offense. With it, number 79, David Mitchell, working up top. Mitchell being watched carefully by Beatty, tries a quick stutter step. Now an underhand pass that almost eludes his man. 10 to go on the shot clock. Is once again good job on the defense as Mark Timms has it. Timms looks, sends it in front. There's a shot that goes just wide. Rebound off the end boards. Bounces loose to center, and that'll do it for the shot clock. Is once again solid defense by the Yorkton Bulldogs, not allowing any real chances so far for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Adam Stewart works up top. Stewart looks, decides to try and take it himself, gets a cross check or two. Now sets up off the right side, half boards. Skips it across, controlled there by Bazanski. Bazanski now picks up the loose ball, 15 on the shot clock. Bazanski looks, centers it for Scott Marianchuk. He shoots, that just missed. Rebound off the end boards, loose ball on the floor. It is picked up by Moose Jaw. And the Mustangs will take their time to work it up the floor. Both teams making changes, and full court press going on there by Kyle Bazanski. Finishing up changes is Booker Wills, controls off the right side, half boards, looks, now cuts towards the middle. Setting up top, now off the left-hand point. Brad Wilk takes a shot, stopped by Babchishin, and the rebound goes in behind the net. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Jeff Stringfellow. Stringfellow circles behind his own net. Hesitates, now plays ahead for Adam Stewart. Stewart comes quickly to center as the Bulldogs complete changes on the offensive side. Stewart tries to drive the net. Now working off the right corner. Stewart gets a shot in the back, 7 on the shot clock. Stewart still with it, now loses it. Loose ball on the floor. And that time, Adam Stewart just holding onto the ball a bit too long there. And solid defense by the Moose Jaw Mustangs. 14 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in period number 1. Still just the 1-0 lead for the Yorkton Bulldogs. Derek Burns sets it up, sends up top to Blake Padfield. Padfield back for Burns. Burns to Padfield up top. Padfield taking his time, 11 on the shot clock, now switches over to the right point. Padfield tries to drive, now stops, spins, loose ball on the floor, and that will bounce to the boards. And another shot clock violation there by the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And once again, the Bulldogs offense takes over, and it's Chris Lysenko. Lysenko working off the right point has Jason Beatty right behind him. Beatty with it. Beatty looks, tries to drive, takes the shot. Shoulder save made by Andration. Loose ball goes in behind the net and is picked up by Lysenko with a fresh 30. Lysenko off the right half boards, gets a pick from Beatty, fakes the shot, now lets one go. That goes high. Rebound off the end boards and off the end of the net. A reset has been called for as Bazanski has it, tries to wrap it around. Just a wild shot that bounces crazily off the right side boards, now into the left corner for Lysenko. He tries a shot from a bad angle. That's stopped by Andration. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Moose Jaw. Away they come, 2-on-1. A 2-on-1 opportunity. That pass skipped away from Brad Wilk from Tyson Hoover, and the ball just rolls crazily into the corner. In there battling for it is Ben Coquel. Coquel gets the ball, takes a shot and scores. A penalty was going to be called against the Bulldogs. Have to wait and see whether or not that call will be made. Doesn't look like it, as it is now a 1-1 game. I believe Brad will get the goal as he picked up the loose ball in the left corner, worked out to the left point, and took a shot back against the grain there. Babchishin looked a little bit caught off guard with that goal. And we're tied at 1:13:04 to go here in period number 1.
6 minutes, 56 seconds.
Excuse me, Coquel is getting credit for the goal. And here come the Moose Jaw Mustangs again. A centering pass. That shot bounces well wide. Rebound off the end boards. That shot from David Mitchell ended up bouncing over the glass and out of play. Jeff Stringfellow will walk it up for the Bulldogs. Looks. Now sends it ahead as the Bulldogs offense takes the floor. Final changes being made. 18 on the shot clock. Loose ball on the floor. That's picked up by David Mitchell. He gets double teamed there. And now the ball pops loose. Good job by Marianchuk to pick it up. Cuts to the middle, bounces one as he loses his footing. Loose ball goes into the corner, and it's picked up there by the Mustangs. Racing the floor quickly with it is Ken Stewart, the biggest threat by far on the Moose Jaw Mustangs team. Stewart now makes a play out of the left corner, left side boards, takes a shot. That goes well wide. Rebound off the end boards, controlled by the Mustangs. 12-11, now 10 to go on the shot clock as the Mustangs control on the offense. Off the right side, half boards, cutting to the middle. There's a shot that goes wide. Rebound off the end boards. Skips all the way out and down the floor, and that'll do it for the shot clock. That shot did not get through on net. Bulldogs take control of the ball, and it's Jason Beatty setting up the offense from the left point. Sends up top to Bizanski. That was Stringfellow. He plays it across for Stewart. Adam Stewart works to the middle. 19 on the shot clock. Switches hands now for Bizanski. Good job here by Moose Jaw to keep the Bulldogs on the outside. A long pass across to Jeff Stringfellow. Doesn't quite connect as we hit the final 10 of the shot clock. Here's Lysenko with it. He has it knocked out of his stick. Loose ball on the floor and a shot from a bad angle. Good job there by Chris Lysenko to at least get the shot away on goal as Andration controls the rebound. Tyson Hoover with it. He plays it ahead. And here come the Moose Jaw Mustangs on the attack. It's Wills with it. He shoots. That goes wide. Rebound. And a penalty coming up against the Yorkton Bulldogs. High sticking call being made there as we get another look at it. And stick makes contact with the mask. It's Andy Michael that will sit for 2 minutes or less for high sticking. Brooker Wills with it. And here comes the power play for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Wills waits, fakes, now sends it across. Very little movement off the ball as Wills has it again, spinning off the point. Now cuts in with a shot. Good shoulder save made by Babchishin, and the rebound goes to Ryan Stewart. Stewart takes his time running the clock. Now just plays it randomly out and down the floor. That'll make the bench. And a quick turnover, and here comes Ken Stewart. Stewart with it off the left point. He shoots. Nice save made by Babchishin. Rebound off the end boards. Picked up there by the Mustangs. And Stewart again controls from the left point. Steps in, fakes a shot. Now looks, makes a play up top. There's a shot. Score! David Mitchell let it go. The assist will go to Ken Stewart, and it's 2-1 for the Mustangs. On the power play, it clicks for the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and they go up top in front 2-1 as Stewart managed to draw all the attention to him. Spots his man open, who is Mitchell, and David Mitchell quickly snipes it in behind Babchishin, and it's now a 2-1 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Loose ball on the floor. It's controlled by Mark Timms. He cuts in, looks to center a pass. That bounces crazily in behind the net. Now picked up by Andy Michael. Michael plays it ahead for Chris Lysenko. He runs the floor. Lysenko coming up on the right side, now to the half boards. Now he's just going to try and cut in on goal. Lysenko gets a shot in the back, slides into the boards. He still has the ball, though. Spots a man out in front. There's a shot. Nice save by Andration off of Kirk Bazinski. Rebound is controlled by the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and pass deflected smartly there by Beatty. Loose ball is picked up by Bazinski. Spins off of one man, and a penalty coming up. Bazinski still with it. Bazinski lost control of the ball, didn't realize he'd lost it. And now the whistle goes, and a slashing call coming up against the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and the Yorkton Bulldogs will go to the power play as Ben Coakwell goes to the penalty box. Of course, I want to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor here on Subway Bulldogs Lacrosse, and of course, Subway here in Yorkton. Subway, eat fresh, and Culligan, the water people, for keeping me with a voice for this game. And Culligan will also bring us the post-game show, including the play of the game. Loose ball on the floor, and a whistle there. Bulldogs get a fresh shot clock as Beatty has it, sends it down low for Adam Stewart. Backing in, spins, bounces one. That goes wide of the net of Andration. Ricochets off the boards, picked up by Braden Marianchuk. Now he works up top. Marianchuk swings to the left point. Now across. Long pass, bounces off the end boards. Beatty wasn't ready for it, and that'll be a turnover, and the Moose Jaw Mustangs will recover and come out on offense. Blake Padfield has it. He gets bumped and loses control of the ball, where Adam Stewart picks it up. Stewart will just take his time. 1:15 to go in the power play. 8 minutes, 55 seconds to go here in period number one. 2-1 lead for the visiting Moose Jaw Mustangs as Marianchuk sends it down low. Good pass, a shot. Oh, that just missed. And the ball apparently did not make contact with anybody from Moose Jaw before it went into the stands. But great ball movement there on the power play by the Yorkton Bulldogs, and just about caught Brendan Andration moving, as I believe that was Kirk Bazinski that was open at the far post. David Mitchell killing time on the power play here for the Moose Jaw Mustangs as they'll just work it around smartly. 6 seconds on the shot clock, 38 to go in the power play. A long shot is stopped easily by Bennett Babchishin. Now that's how you want to kill a penalty. Kevin Lubanicki and I were talking in the last game about the Bulldogs just seeming content to clear it out and down the floor. That's how you want to kill a penalty in box lacrosse. Get it up the court, work it around, just use the full shot clock. It doesn't matter if you get a shot away. Just try and kill as much time as you can. As Lysenko loses control of the ball, it's picked up there by Baczynski. Baczynski looks, ball down low. There's a shot, stopped by Andrasian. He just nailed himself to the post. Didn't know where that ball went, and now he figures out where it went. Just 5 seconds to go in the penalty. And a good kill there by the Moose Jaw Mustangs as a long pass goes over the net, and Bennett Babchishin had to be alert to gain control of it there. Jason Beatty takes his time walking things up for the Yorkton Bulldogs. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go here in period number 1 as Beatty will set up top. Beatty looking for options. Lysenko is open. Beatty now working off the right half boards. Beatty circles, looks, centers one for Lysenko. Lysenko was moving past the net, couldn't get control of the ball. Just 5 on the shot clock. Loose ball is picked up by the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and they'll control and come back the other way. Racing away is Mark Timms. His long lead pass is intercepted. Good job by Baczynski to read that and pick the ball off. He's got Lysenko with him. Baczynski spins, now cuts to the middle and shoots. He bounced it just high, and the rebound goes over the glass and out of play. Moose Jaw Mustangs will get control and walk up the offense. It looks like the Bulldogs have a bit of a book there on Brendan Andrasian, trying to bounce it up over his shoulder. Might be a bit wiser to try what they were doing on the power play, ball movement, and see if they can get Andrasian moving from his left to his right as the loose ball is picked up there by the Bulldogs. Now still loose on the floor, controlled smartly by Baczynski, trying to run away from his man, still on his feet. Good job, Baczynski. Spins, cuts in, and shoots. Good save by Andrasian. Rebound off the end boards. It's picked up by Baczynski. Baczynski up top to Scott Marianchuk. Now plays it across. Now the Bulldogs showing good ball movement. A centering pass. That didn't quite connect for Scott Marianchuk from Andy Michael, and the loose ball is picked up by Booker Wills. Wills trying to race the length of the floor, and he does. He shoots. Good save by Bennett Babchishin, and the rebound is picked up by Braden Marianchuk. He has the ball knocked out of his stick and is recovered quickly there by David Mitchell. Mitchell looks, sends it in front of the net. Dangerously out of his net there was Bennett Babchishin trying to throw a bit of interference on his man to see if he could prevent an odd man situation down low. High pass for Andy Michael. He does well to corral that. 20 on the shot clock, and he sends it up top for Braden Marianchuk. Marianchuk now working off the left half boards. His pass for Adam Stewart. That doesn't connect. 10 now on the shot clock as Stewart picks up a loose ball at center. Stewart looks down for Lysenko. Lysenko takes a shot from a bad angle. Easy save there by Andrasian, and the rebound is picked up by Moose Jaw. And the penalty going to be coming up here against the Yorkton Bulldogs as Derek Burns got, I believe they're going to call that a high stick. We'll have to wait and see. Here's Burns with it. He shoots. That goes wide. Rebound off the end boards picked up by the Moose Jaw Mustangs. A shot that goes strangely out of control there. And now the Bulldogs get control of the ball, and a wraparound call with 5 minutes and 6 seconds to go here in period number 1 coming up.
27 white! Wraparound!
For those of you, thank you of course to Darren Lanigan and to Culligan for supplying us with the referee mic for this afternoon's game.
Yorkton penalty to number 27, Andy Michael, 2 minutes for wraparound at 14.
Now, for those of you who are new to lacrosse who don't know what wraparound is, it's essentially when you're reaching around the guy from behind and your stick sort of comes up underneath his chin. A fairly simple way to explain it. There's a shot, score, and just like that, it's 3-1. It may have been Craig Nickel who let it go as the Moose Jaw Mustangs now jump up to a 3-1 lead. He's got all sorts of time and all sorts of room and just sneaks it through Bennett Babchishin. After a good start by the Yorkton Bulldogs, the Moose Jaw Mustangs have really quickly come back into this game. Loose ball off the face-off, picked up smartly there. Hadfield's getting credit for the goal from Mitchell. And here comes the offense once again for the Mustangs. It's Tim, spots his man up top. It's Wills who shoots. Rebound off the end boards. And Wills, that's Timms that retreats back after it, picks it up. Timms working off the right point. Timms looks, fakes a shot, now lets it go. That goes wildly out of control. Rebound off the end boards. There's a shot. That goes wide. And that'll do it for the shot clock. A long shot is deflected to the corner deftly by Bennett Babchishin. 4 minutes, 24 seconds to go here in period number 1, and a 3-1 lead for the visiting Moose Jaw Mustangs as the Bulldogs set up the offense. Spazanski fakes the shot, now tries to cut to the middle, loses control of the ball, still loose on the floor. And a penalty is going to be coming up. There's a shot, stop, rebound. Lation picks it up, and we've got a penalty.
23 red!
That's Mark Timms that's heading off for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. A 2-minute penalty for high sticking as the Bulldogs power play goes to work. See if it can be more effective on its second opportunity. There's a shot, goes wide, rebound off the end boards. Marion Chuck couldn't stuff it in.
Number 23, Mark Timms, 2 minutes high sticking at 15:52.
Good job there by it's Scott Marion Chuck to knock down the ball. There's a centering pass deflected in. I believe that was Ben Coakwell who got his stick on the ball and deflected it past his own goalie. It's 3-2. I'll have to get another look at that. A crazy hop in front of the net, and Andration caught completely unawares. I watched the centering pass there. Knocked down, and
assistant number 9, Scott Marianchuk. It's on the power play at 16.
Brzezinski's going to get credit for that goal from Scott Marianchuk. We've got a discussion going on the floor.
Crease and walk it out.
Yeah, okay, cool.
They don't know. Exactly, yeah.
No, that wasn't the call. They're worried that you guys
If I don't miss my guess, I believe the Bulldogs were complaining about the length of time that the Moose Jaw Mustangs had control of the ball inside their own crease before the shot clock was restarted. You're only allowed 5 seconds in there before you have to make a play, or the goalie has to step out. And I think that's what the complaint was from the Bulldogs. It doesn't really matter. They took advantage and scored anyway on a weird goal as Padfield has it up top. There's a shot. Nice save made by Babchishin. Rebound goes off the end boards. Ryan Stewart in there battling for it. Still loose on the floor, and a minor interference call coming up against the Bulldogs. Mustangs will set up the offense with a fresh shot clock. 3 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in period number 1, and a 3-2 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Up top with it is Sones. Takes the shot, now cuts to the middle. Sends it over. Sones looking for a pass back. There's a long shot that bounces wide. Rebound off the end boards. Still bouncing loose down there. It's picked up smartly by the Bulldogs, and running the floor quickly is Brzezinski. Brzezinski cuts to the middle and shoots a bounce shot that was stopped. Rebound is controlled. That was Ryan Stewart that was running the floor there. Back the other way, and here's a breakaway. Shot goes wide. That was Brad Wilk that was in all alone, and good job by Bennett Babchishin to stay with him. Andy Michael plays it ahead. Good job there to pull away by Michael. Centering pass. There's a shot that goes just wide by Brzezinski. Rebound off the end boards, and here come the Bulldogs again. Michael walks in, cuts the middle. Little underhand, one-handed shot. Stopped by Andration. Rebound spin shot goes wide. Loose ball bouncing on the floor. That's picked up nicely by Braden Marianchuk. Centering pass that doesn't connect. Loose ball controlled by David Mitchell, and he plays it ahead, and here come the Mustangs on offense. Ken Stewart can't control a loose ball, now on the floor. Doesn't anybody down there want it? Now it's claimed by the Bulldogs, and they'll get a fresh 30 as Braden Marianchuk did a nice job to control it, and here comes Beatty. Jason Beatty working off the right side, spins and shoots, stop. Rebound is controlled by the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and racing away is Ken Stewart. He takes a slash. Stewart cuts in and shoots. Nice stop by Babchishin. And it will be a slashing call with 1:44 to go here in period number 1. And that is Ryan Stewart that will go off for 2 minutes or less for the slash. And not sure if you can pick that up on TV, but you can certainly hear it up here. The ooh from the bench, particularly from the Moose Jaw players, in response to that shot from Ryan Stewart, and that's a penalty in pretty much any league.
Your
David
competitive
Mitchell
number
with it, sets up
11,
top
Stuart
on the
to
power play,
slashing
sends it
18,
across.
16.
Good ball movement there as that pass skips away. Loose ball off the end boards, controlled by Wilk. Up top again, Mitchell with it, sends it down low. A centering pass that took a crazy deflection, controlled smartly by Bennett Babchishin. Looks, now he's just going to throw it away. And Dratian out of his net to control it for David Mitchell. Mitchell sends it ahead, and now the offense will set up on the power play. 23 to go on the shot clock, a minute 10 in the period as Mitchell has it. Mitchell fakes, now sends across. Cutting to the middle, a little underhand pass that didn't connect with Tyson Hoover. Now the Mustangs get the ball back again. Sub shot, that was deflected off a foot, and Ken Stewart gets it back. 5 on the shot clock. Stewart takes a shot from a bad angle, stopped by Babchishin, a rebound. The Bulldogs again just going to throw it out and down the floor. 45 seconds to go in the period, a minute to go in the power play as Brendan Andration has it and plays it ahead. 25 on the shot clock, 36 on the game clock. It's David Mitchell up top. Mitchell steps into one. That one whistles just wide. Rebound off the end boards, bounces past Ken Stewart all the way out and down. 26 on the game clock, 23 on the shot clock. Ken Stewart with it. Stewart takes his time, walks it up off the left point. Stewart looks, sends it across. There's a shot that hurt, and that was blocked. Good job by the Bulldogs player to get in front of the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And will they have time for a shot? 5, 4, 3, loose ball on the floor, picked up by Wills. He's going to have to hurry, and he does! Nice save by Bennett Babchishin as he deflected the ball to the corner, and that'll do it for period number 1. 16 seconds to go on the power play for the Moose Jaw Mustangs when we come back for the second period. After 1, the Moose Jaw Mustangs 3, the Yorkton Bulldogs 2.
What you gonna do?
Hey, mister. You drop this? Have a good day, sir.
Honesty. Pass it on.
Hey, wait a minute.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Welcome back to the Yorkton Agriplex, everyone. Subway Bulldogs lacrosse right here on Access 7 as we get ready for period number 2 between the Moose Jaw Mustangs and the Yorkton Bulldogs. As you take a look at the score after 1 period of play, the Mustangs out in front 3-2. Oh, the Bulldogs got off to a good start as Jason Beatty opened the scoring, and 3 straight goals from Moose Jaw, including a couple of power play markers, one from Ben Coakwell. Then it was made 2-1 by David Mitchell, assisted by Ken Stewart. And then Blake Padfield made it 3-1 about midway through the first period before the Bulldogs started to show a little bit of life coming back. And a strange goal that has been credited to Kyle Bazanski. It hit the defender in front of the net. He tried to intercept the pass a bit too accurately. In the process of intercepting the pass, put it in his own net to make it a 3-2 game after 1 period of play. As the Bulldogs return to the floor, and of course, we want to thank our title sponsor here on Subway Bulldogs Lacrosse, Subway, eat fresh. Also a special thank you as well to Culligan, the water people, for providing us with our post-game show and also providing us with a wireless mic. Attached to our referee, Darren Lanigan, also refereeing this afternoon's game is Dorian Bush, a couple of experienced referees doing a good job keeping everybody in line so far as we head to period number 2. 16 seconds remaining on the power play for the Moose Jaw Mustangs for a penalty against Ryan Stewart, a slash to the back of Ken Stewart, if I remember correctly. Obviously fairly late in that first period, and he'll go over for the next 16 seconds or less, depending on how quickly the Moose Jaw Mustangs can get in and set up on the power play. And by the look of it, we're going to have a little bit of a delay here for period number 2. No, that's not a lacrosse stick, folks. That's a mop, and with all the renovations going on here at the Yorkton Agriplex, the roof is being done in the actual arena portion, which is next to the new Flexi Hall. And well, let's face it, as the roof's being done, there are a couple of leaks, and currently those being mopped up by our third official. certainly not the most glamorous job in lacrosse. Now everybody on the floor seems to be assigned to play a game called Spot the Water. And just taking a look around from my vantage point up here behind the benches, that looks like it's about everything. Dorian Bush blows the whistle and will line up to get period number 2 underway. Kenton Stewart to face it off against Adam Stewart. And period number 2 is a go, controlled off the face-off by the Moose Jaw Mustangs, as it's Tyson Hoover that will set things up on the power play. Now up top. And they'll move it around to Stewart. Stewart looks, walks in, centers it. Good over-the-shoulder catch there as the penalty has now expired. Loose ball on the floor. Hops up in the air and still controlled by the Mustangs. 11 on the shot clock, centering pass. There's a shot. Nice save by Bennett Babchishin. Rebound goes in behind the net. Loose ball on the floor, controlled by the Mustangs. David Mitchell working up top, sends it down low. That pass didn't connect to Tyson Hoover. The loose ball is controlled by the Bulldogs. First foray up the floor by the Yorkton Bulldogs here in period number 2, and it's Jason Beatty that controls off the left side point. Beatty looks, takes his time, now starts to work around, still waiting, looking for a man to open. Good movement off the ball by the Bulldogs. Marion Chuck centers, Lysenko cuts in and shoots. Stopped by Andration. The rebound is controlled by Bazanski. Now it bounces into the corner. Now Bazanski picks it up. Bazanski from behind the net, looking for a man open in front. Now works out to the right corner. Lysenko bounce shot, stopped by Andration, and the rebound is picked up by the Mustangs. Quick changes being made by the Bulldogs as the Mustangs take their time walking it up the court. And now the Mustangs will finish making changes as Brad Wilk gains control of the ball. Wilk working off the left point, now to the left half boards. Wilk backing in, now starts to move forwards. Up to the left point, up to the top. Passes across, there's a shot that goes well wide. Rebound off the end boards as the shot clock will expire. And a nice save there made by Bennett Babchishin. He plays it over for Andy Michael. Michael bring it slowly up the floor and plays it across. Beatty with it. Beatty from the left point, now into the left half boards, now to the left corner. Beatty around behind the net. Beatty still with it, to the right corner, to the right half boards. Loses control, it's picked up there by Adam Stewart. Stewart spins, tries to cut to the middle. He gets cross-checked, loose ball on the floor, in behind the net, controlled there by the Bulldogs. A centering pass, there's a bounce shot, stopped by Andration, and he gets his own the rebound there. Mustangs under pressure, full court press being applied by the Bulldogs. Now the Mustangs will finally get control of the ball on the offensive side of center. Booker Wills with it, working off the right half boards. Wills waiting, now tries to cut towards the front of the net, spins, cuts now in behind. Wills brings it all the way out in front, a backhand shot. He got hit hard as he tried to let that shot go. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Wills. Good job to get the ball back by Booker Wills. He looks, centers in, it's intercepted. Bazanski picked it off. Now he has it knocked out of his stick. Mark Timms picks up the loose ball. Timms cuts to the middle, gets a shot in the back as he lets one go. And the ball bounces off to Kyle Bazanski. Bazanski with one man back. Marion Chuck joining the rush. Bazanski cuts in, shoots, stopped by Andration. The rebound loose on the floor, and now it's picked up by the Moose Jaw Mustangs as Brad Wilk spins off his band and walks it to center. Wilk flips it over for Derek Burns. Burns up top as Mustangs finish making their changes. Burns now to the left point, off the left half board, centering pass. That doesn't quite connect. Loose ball, though, fortunately for the Mustangs, is picked up by Stewart. He lets a shot go. That goes well wide. Rebound off the end boards. And that'll do it for the shot clock as Ryan Stewart will get possession of the ball for the Bulldogs. Ryan Stewart takes his time. Long lead pass to Chris Lysenko, and that connects. Lysenko fakes the pass, now sits up off the right point, now to the right top. Spinning up top is Lysenko, sends it over. Pulled down nicely there as Marion Chuck works off the left half boards, tries to cut in behind the net, and does. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Marion Chuck loses the ball, gets it back. Marion Chuck backs up, bounce shot, goes well wide. Rebound hits the back of the net and stays there, and that will be a Moose Jaw ball. 15 minutes, 50 seconds to go here in period number 2. Still looking at a 3-2 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs over the hometown Yorkton Bulldogs. Mustangs setting up the offense, working off the right point. Now to the right half boards. Quick spin move there by Brad Wilk. Wilk still working, tries to cut to the middle, shoots. That goes well wide, and the rebound bounces all the way out and down the floor. Hustling back after it is Ken Stewart. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Stewart just content to throw it all the way out and down. Picked off there by Andy Michael, and he'll bring it back up and set up the offense for the Bulldogs. Michael looks, leaves it for Jeff Stringfellow. He sends across. That pass almost skips away from Baczynski, gets it back. Baczynski cuts to the middle, shoots, and goes over everything. His stick was knocked just as he let the shot go, and possession goes to the Mustangs. Quick changes being made here. A bounce pass in front of the net. There's a shot. Nice save made by Bennett Babchishin. Rebound is picked up by the Mustangs over the shoulder shot. Nice stop there as well by Babchishin. Rebound is controlled by Hoover. Hoover looking, working up top now. Sends it there. There's a fake shot. Good ball movement now by the Moose Jaw Mustangs. The centering pass. And good ball movement. It's counteracted by good defense by the Bulldogs. Now the Mustangs will gain control again. 6 seconds on the shot clock. There's the shot, goes wide. Rebound off the end boards. Picked up by Coquel. He shoots. Stopped by Babchishin. Didn't get that shot off in time, and that was a 30-second shot clock violation, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Adam Stewart with it. Walks it up. Stewart will set things up for the Bulldogs on offense. Stewart working off the right half boards. Looking, sends it up top to Beatty. Beatty from the right point, trying to direct traffic. Now sends it down low. That pass didn't quite connect. There's a sub shot, stopped by Andration. Loose ball in front of the net. Marianchuk can't get to it. There's a shot, no goal. They're going to call that a crease violation. Dorian Bush right on the spot to make a quick call, and it stays at a 3-2 lead. Back the other way quickly is Ben Coquel. And now the offense will set up for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. A long pass cross court that almost caught Nickel off guard. He did a good job to finally gain control of it. Nickel looks, sets up, waits, now spots his man in front of the net. That pass was deflected. Loose ball now on the floor is a long pass. Skips away from Braden Marianchuk. He hustles in there after it against Ben Coquel. Coquel just circles the net and pulls away from Marianchuk. Coquel gets a shot in the back, spins off his man, and now sets up the offense. Now Coquel will go off and changes his, I believe that was Nickel that just lost his footing. Still a slippery spot there on the floor. And the Mustangs control on the offense. A pass to Tyson Hoover. Now he gets it off the end board. 7 on the shot clock. His pass connects nicely. There's a sub shot. That goes wide. Rebound off the end boards. And that'll do it for the shot clock as we've got a couple of puddles developing on the floor here. One right in front of the Bulldogs bench. Just about where Chris Lysenko is standing now, there is a steady drip of water. There's also a very wet spot near the bench for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And this is certainly not going to make tread very easy for anybody on either team. As Darren Lanigan heads over and takes a look at the ceiling to see where the drip is coming from. Evidently another wet spot in front of the bench there for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And at least from my vantage point, the biggest problem is that one right there, where there is a steady drip of water coming down from the roof. Darren Lanigan over there taking a look at it. As of right now, it looks like we're just going to continue playing. I guess there's not really much they can do. Maybe put a bucket there and use it as a...
Yeah, thanks, Kevin. I'm going to get killed right away.
Free pick there. Apparently it is raining fairly heavily right now in Yorkton as the Bulldogs now have control of the ball. 13 minutes to go here in period number 2. A 3-2 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs as that pass is almost picked off. Now Jason Beatty gets it and he'll set up off the right point. Beatty gets a pick from Lysenko, now circles into the right corner, looks Lysenko to the front of the net. Beatty still with it. Centering pass, that didn't connect. Loose ball on the floor, good job by Lysenko to pick up the bounce off the end boards. A centering pass. And Baczynski had it hop out of his stick at the last second. Long pass up the floor and a shot in the back. No penalty coming up because of the fact that the player did have the ball, but here's an offensive opportunity. That pass doesn't connect. And Ryan Stewart is called for going back into his own crease with the ball, which of course you cannot do. We'll take another look at that solid check that was delivered as a shot and a goal. There's a good shot there by Ryan Stewart. And the Moose Jaw Mustangs not too amused with that, and they promptly go out and make it 4-2 with 12 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in period number 2. The lead is now 2 goals. Have to wait and
Moose
see.
Jaw goal is second of the game, scored by number 79, Dave Mitchell. Assist to number 15, Derek Burns at 7:39.
Mitchell got the goal, assisted by Burns. Now we'll face things off at center here. The two Stewarts will line up against each other. It's Ken Stewart and Adam Stewart. And that time you can say the draw went to Adam Stewart as the Bulldogs rush up the floor, and one of the Bulldogs lost his footing on the wet floor from one of the many leaks that seems to be coming in at this point in time. Bulldogs will set up the offense. It's Adam Stewart looking. 15 to go on the shot clock. Stewart spins off one man, spins off another. Now sends it up top for Chris Lysenko. Lysenko fakes a pass. It's 8 on the shot clock. Lysenko still with it, still holding on to it. A penalty coming up against the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Lysenko sends it over for Brzezinski. Brzezinski runs out of time. Just shoots it wide. And we have a penalty call coming up against the Moose Jaw Mustangs. To wait and see what that call is a couple of the Bulldogs not sure what that call was for.
Number 23, Mark Timms, 2 minutes hooking at 8:12.
Hooking is the call as Beatty sends it over for Lysenko. Back for Beatty. Lysenko again up top, down low. Adam Stewart couldn't quite control it as he was tiptoeing on the edge of the crease. Loose ball, and they're going to call that a crease violation. Back the other way quickly come the Mustangs. A centering pass. Nice job by Chris Lysenko to pick it off, and he quickly brings the power play back the other way. 1:35 to go in it. Over for Adam Stewart. Pass down low. A shot and a goal! Great passing play there by the Yorkton Bulldogs, and it's 4-3. I believe that was Scott Marianchuk right at the lip of the crease that put that one in. And good ball movement. Good ball movement there by the Yorkton Bulldogs as Lysenko sent it ahead. It is Marianchuk's goal. Lysenko and Stewart will get the assist. A power play goal by the Yorkton Bulldogs, and it's once again a 1-goal game. It seems to be how we're spending most of this game, separated by 1 goal. Illegal face-off procedure there by the Bulldogs, and the Moose Jaw Mustangs will get control and get right in on goal. There's a shot, score. The Bulldogs were not ready for that whistle, and the Mustangs took quick advantage of it, and it's 5-3. Just when the Bulldogs thought they were back into it, they were not ready for it.
Number 54, Derek Timms. Assistant number 79,
Timms gets credit with the goal
8:46.
as he just swooped quickly in on goal there and made the lead 5-3.
No, I didn't change it. I never. No, I didn't.
No.
No, I didn't.
We've still got lots of water coming in from the ceiling here in the Yorkton Agriplex. We'll line it up and face it off at center again as a quick mop job is done with 11 minutes, 14 seconds to go here in period number 2. Looks like the guys on the floor are going to need hip waders before this game's over. Loose ball off the faceoff, picked up by the Mustangs, and here they come again. Timms couldn't quite control the pass. Now it's loose in the corner, and Timms in there after it. Can he pick it up? No, not yet. Still loose. Now Timms has it. Timms working off the right half boards to the right point, cuts to the middle and shoots. That goes just wide. Good job by Babchishin to make the save. This ball is controlled by Ken Stewart. Stewart up top, sends it across, now goes to the front of the net looking for the pass. Again, good ball movement. There's a shot, trickles through and in. Babchishin got a piece of it, but it was behind him. He didn't know it. And the ball had enough momentum to go in, and it's now a 6-3 lead for for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Once again, good ball movement by the Mustangs, and Babchishin, maybe he should have had that, but the ball did have enough on it just to get in behind him.
Scored by number 79, David Mitchell. Assistant number 28, Ken Stewart at 9:16.
Mitchell from Stewart, as the lead is now 3 with 10 minutes, 38 seconds to go here in period number 2. And the Moose Jaw Mustangs threatening to run away with this game at this point in time as they have scored a couple of very quick goals. But the Bulldogs are a resilient bunch, and they'll have to prove it here as Lysenko controls. Lysenko cuts to the middle, sends it down low for Stewart, cuts in, shoots and scores! Adam Stewart makes it 6-4, and just like that, the Bulldogs are right back into this game. We got another look at it here as Stewart does a good job to spot Lysenko, and Lysenko just waits and takes it easy as Stewart manages to lull everybody to sleep. The two defensemen went to Lysenko, and a good shot there by Adam Stewart, and the lead is down to 2. Loose ball off the draw. It's in the feet of Brady Michael, and Chris Lysenko alertly picks it up for the Bulldogs. Lysenko working off the right point, sends it down low to Adam Stewart. Stewart cuts to the middle, looks. Lysenko loses his footing on a slippery spot. Stewart shoots, that goes wide. There's a penalty coming up against the Moose Jaw Mustangs as Lysenko gets the ball back. Down low, in front, Stewart shoots, nice save by Andration. And a tripping call coming up as the Bulldogs will go to the power play with 9:55 to go here in period number 2, trailing 6-4. It's Blake Padfield that'll be off for 2 minutes or less as Lysenko sends it down low. Scott Marianchuk wasn't anticipating the pass. Now he gets it back for Lysenko, fakes a shot. Now for Beatty, back for Lysenko. Lysenko up top. Great ball movement here by the Bulldogs as Scott Marianchuk has it for Braden Marianchuk. He can't quite control it. Loose ball on the floor, 10 on the shot clock. Lysenko quickly back after it. 8-7-6. Lysenko with it. Sends it over for Marianchuk, who shoots. Stopped by Andration. He's got the ball. And now the play's blown back in. Derek Burns with it. Burns plays it ahead. And the Mustang player lost his footing there on the floor. Still loose on the floor. Watch your step, fellas. Ooh. That's Scott Marianchuk landing hard. This is starting to get dangerous, folks. We've got 2 constant puddles, 3 as Darren Lanigan's out there swabbing the planks. We'll take another look at that slide into home there by Scott Marianchuk and watch him lose his footing. Ooh, boy. You could break an ankle bending it like that. And Scott is lucky. At this point in time, to a certain degree, the question is this floor safe to play on? Should these two teams continue playing? 9 minutes, 5 seconds to go here in period number 2. Minute 10 to go in the power play for the Bulldogs as Darren Lanigan just back off of having his wisdom teeth out. I'm not sure if that makes Darren smarter or if he had his wisdom teeth out.
Like a big dust mop? Yeah. Yeah. No, it was loose. It was loose, and it's going to be a draw. No. Yeah?
Well, now Darren Lanigan's going to go over and talk to Dorian Bush for a minute. We'll have a listen in.
Oh, it was loose. So, do you have a dust mop? You know, one of those big, long dust mops you guys use for cleaning up the lobby?
Dry mops, those are the janitors. You're going to have to talk to them about that.
Well, I have to talk to them.
Well,
I'm reffing a lacrosse game.
Okay, Darren. No.
Well, where's the? Okay, sorry.
For the janitors.
Well, can we borrow one?
I can talk to them, but that's, I can find some more mops. Yeah, some dry mops would be better.
One of those dust mops. I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
Can we get a couple of pails out here in between periods too? Just that not a 10-second violation on that?
Pardon me?
10 seconds on that violation?
Well,
You had him trapped there.
no, the ball was loose when I blew
Yeah,
the
I know
whistle.
it was
Two
loose,
guys
but-
slipped and fell on the
Yeah, I
thing. I'm
know.
doing it out of safety. So, in fairness, we're going to face it off at center floor here.
I don't reach up.
Now we'll face it off at center after that whistle, and puddle, particularly the one near the Bulldogs bench that you see there on your screen, is not getting any smaller. As Beatty controls, the power play comes in. Yes, the Bulldogs still on the power play. Beatty runs over a couple of guys. Now in behind the net. He gets a shot in the head and a penalty coming up. This will be a two-man advantage for the Bulldogs. Lysenko telling Babchishin to hustle to the bench. Ooh, good job by Bennett Babchishin. Not very often you see goalies wearing that much equipment able to move that quickly, but Bennett Babchishin certainly displaying his speed. This ball is intercepted there by the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and it will be a two-man advantage as Babchishin returns to his crease. A high sticking call coming up against Tyson Hoover. Two-man advantage for 43 seconds. The Bulldogs would be wise to try and take advantage of this.
Moose Jaw penalty number 89.
Scott Marianchuk with the ball in the corner. 35 to go in the two-man advantage. Scott looks, takes a shot. Save, rebound. Marianchuk again, still loose. The ball is knocked to center. Returning back after it is Chris Lysenko. 23 on the two-man advantage, also 23 on the shot clock as Lysenko has it up top. Fakes over the shoulder pass for Beatty. Good job to control it. Beatty down low, a shot stopped by Andration. Rebound goes, ooh, a tough hit there. Scott Marianchuk was driven into the boards. And we have got a penalty coming up quite clearly here. Have to wait and see what the severity of this call is. It's like a little apology exchange there. If I read the sign correctly, that is a 2-minute penalty for checking from behind. And now it becomes a prolonged two-man advantage for the Bulldogs.
Moose Jaw penalty number 15, Derek Burns, a 2-minute minor for checking from behind.
And we'll take another look at that as there's a shot and a goal. As you get another look at Marianchuk getting driven into the boards, he's just fine because he just scored. It's now 6-5 with 8:02 to go here in the second period. Of course, that would have been
Second of the game, number 9, Scott Marianchuk.
probably a 5-minute penalty.
Number 1, Adam Stewart, number 12, Chris Lysenko.
A 5-minute penalty in hockey, just a 2-minute minor for hitting from behind. It's a bit of a different game in lacrosse because there's a bit less speed when you're hitting somebody like that, and certainly not intentional. And it's still 1 minute 24 seconds of two-man advantage for the Yorkton Bulldogs. And timeout has been called by the Moose Jaw Mustangs, and maybe a chance here to come out with another mop, see if they can't clean up some of that mess.
Oh, yeah.
As Darren Lanigan once again makes his way to the resident puddles. Notice the good technique that Darren uses there as he cleans up the water on the floor, and he'll make his way to the last puddle, a couple of puddles actually for Lanigan. This will sound like a weird statement on the air later on, but do you want me to quote you on that, Dave? Do you want me to quote you on that?
Your face off.
In the opinion of one Dave Kowalchuk, he thinks that Yorkton should be allowed to tie the game, then call it a tie, and everybody
All right.
see if we can finish the period here as we'll face it off at center. 1 minute 24 of two-man advantage still for the Bulldogs. His ball is just cleared down into the zone, and Babchishin is out of his net to play it, sends it ahead. Beatty walks it up top. Looks over for Lysenko. He switches sides. Lysenko in the middle. Down low for Stewart. He wasn't ready for the pass. Good job by Stewart to control the bounce off the end boards. Now Beatty and Lysenko. Lysenko thought pass before he had the ball loose on the floor there. Lysenko gets it. Now has it knocked out of his stick. Loose on the floor. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Beatty with it. All sorts of room. Steps in. Fakes. Now cuts the middle and shoots. That was blocked. Rebound. Lysenko lets one fly, and that'll do it for the shot clock. 45 seconds to go in the two-man advantage Now the Moose Jaw Mustangs are going to be content just to throw it all the way out and down. That'll kill about 5.5 seconds as Chris Lysenko will bring things up on the power play. 35 on the two-man advantage, 23 on the shot clock. Beatty working off the right point. Looks, sends it down low. A shot, nice save by Andration. And the rebound is just golfed out and down the floor. 24 on the penalty, on the first penalty. And a long lead pass to Chris Lysenko. And the power play sets up again. It's Beatty. Beatty looks for Lysenko. Lysenko steps in and shoots. A shoulder save made. 13 on the two-man advantage. Scott Marianchuk to Chris Lysenko. Lysenko backdoor. Stewart shoots. Stopped by Andration. Rebound. Marianchuk fires it high off the end boards. 3 seconds in the two-man advantage. One man is now back on. Beatty with it. Looks backdoor play. A shot goes just wide. Rebound. It's Marianchuk controlling it. Marianchuk looks. He gets hit hard into the wall. Scott Marianchuk tried to pass it back to Chris Lysenko, and the pass was over his head. Beatty retreats back after it. 20 in the one-man advantage, 15 on the shot clock. Beatty takes his time, walks it up the floor. Lots of room. Beatty steps in, fakes now, cuts to the goal, shoots. He hit the crossbar. Beatty hit the crossbar. Loose ball up the floor. Racing away is Ken Stewart. He's in. Stopped by Babchishin. Back the other way, Lysenko. 2 seconds left on the penalty. A long lead pass that connects to Bazanski. Bazanski backdoor play for Marianchuk. He can't control it. Loose ball on the floor. Now Marianchuk, Scott with it. 18 on the shot clock. Marianchuk looks now for Braden. Braden Marianchuk for Bazanski. Bazanski walks in, gets a pick there. Bazanski shoots, a sub shot goes wide. Rebound, a shot stopped by Andration. And he controls the rebound. Still just a one-goal lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs as they come up on the attack for the first time in quite a while, as they did a good job killing off the vast majority of those penalties. Mark Timms with it. 5 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in period number 2, and a 6-5 lead for the Mustangs. Timms passes it across. There's a shot. Nice save made off of Derek Burns by Bennett Babchishin. And back the other way come the Bulldogs, looking to tie it up, maybe even take the lead before the end of this second period as Bazanski has it. Bazanski looks, high pass. Stewart jumps up, now controls it off a hop. 12 to go in the shot clock. Stewart cuts to the middle, looks, tries to use a couple of screens. Stewart still with it, still looking for options. 7 on the shot clock. Now for Bazanski. He works in to the middle. Bazanski lost control. Loose ball on the floor, and that'll do it for the shot clock. Good defense there being run by the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And here come the Mustangs on offense. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. It's Booker Wills. Wills working from the middle. Looks now, circles over to the left point. Now the left half boards. Switches on there. Timms shoots and scores! Mark Timms let it go, and it's 7-5. Booker Wills will pick up at least one of the assists. Have to see if there's a second one there as we get another look at Timms with lots of room. Lets it go and bounces it past Bennett Babchishin.
Moose Jaw goal, second of the game, to number 54, Derek Timms. Assist number 11, Booker Wills. Number 15, Derek Burns at 15:30.
Wills and Burns are getting the assist there. It is Timms' goal, and that is his second of the afternoon. And now we've got towels out there. See if those do any good, mopping up some of the standing water that seems to be forming out there on the floor, and certainly through no fault of either team. There's just almost a steady stream of water that's collecting in various locations around the playing surface, and certainly making life difficult to say the least, if not bordering on dangerous. And I'm still wondering how much more of this game we're actually going to be able to play here, as Dorian Bush takes the mop off. 4:29 to go here in period number 2, and it's a 7-5 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Loose ball off the draw, still bouncing around there in center. And now the Mustangs will gain control and bring it up on the offense. Booker Wills with it, works out to the center. Wills sends it across, and now Mustangs will try and cycle it around. Loose ball on the floor, picked up there by Craig Nickel. Nickel is knocked down, loose ball in behind the net. still loose back there, and the Mustangs get it back with a fresh 30. Well, they finally get control of it and will set things up on the offense. 3:54 to go here in period number 2. Watch where you're stepping, fellas, as Booker Wills tiptoes around a puddle and now brings it up top. Wills working off the right point, cuts to the middle. Wills still with it, draws a couple of checks, now spins back to the right point. Wills with it, fakes a shot, now lets it go. That was blocked in front of the net, and Jason Beatty picks up the loose ball. Beatty takes his time walking it up. 7-5 lead for the Mustangs. 3.5 to go here in period number 2. Jason Beatty with 18 to go in the shot clock sends it over for Kyle Bazanski. Bazanski down low to Stewart. Stewart looks, cuts to the middle, tries to get a pick or two going there. Maybe use the water as a bit of a pick. There's a sub shot. That was stopped by Andration. The rebound is controlled nicely by Jason Beatty. Beatty off the left side, half boards. Looks, going to get a pick there from Bazanski. Sends it all the way across. That bounces off the top of the wall. And the Bulldogs will get a fresh shot clock out of that, which, to be honest, surprises me. Bazanski takes a shot. That goes wide. Brzezinski in there after it. He has it in behind the net. His centering pass is deflected wide. Loose ball on the floor. Now it's picked up by the Mustangs, and 3 of them race away to center. Good hit there, and the ball pops loose. Watch your step, fellas. A couple of puddles there. Minor interference is called against Ben Coakwell, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Mercifully, 2:33 to go here in period number 2 before we can bring out the mops again. Bazanski with it, working off the left point. Over for Beatty to the right point. Beatty with it, looks, takes his time, trying to get a pick from Bazanski. Those man's right on him. Beatty spins to the middle, now to the right side, right corner. Beatty in behind the net. Now cuts in front, 6 on the shot clock. Beatty still with it. Beatty shoots, that goes well wide, and the rebound bounces to Basenko as the shot clock expires. Mustangs gain control, long lead pass, that doesn't connect with anybody. Goes over the glass out of play and goes right back to the Bulldogs. Brady Michael with it, ahead for Adam Stewart. The offense will take to the floor as Stewart sends it over for Lysenko. Lysenko, he's got Marianchuk up there with him. Lysenko looks. And a minor interference off the ball called against the Bulldogs. And with 1:49 to go here in period number 2, the Moose Jaw Mustangs will get the ball back. Running it up the floor is Ken Stewart. Stewart plays it across, now working off the right side, half boards. 1:40 in the period, 20 on the shot clock. As Sones controls up top. Good ball movement there. A shot, nice save by Babchishin. Ken Stewart in there will get the loose ball off the rebound. And a fresh 30. Stewart cuts to the middle and shoots. Stopped by Babchishin. Rebound controlled by Sones. 1:22 to go. Sones again. Sends it all the way across. Good job to pull that down. There's a shot that goes wide. Rebound off the end boards up to Stewart. He shoots. Bounces one well wide. And the rebound is controlled by Adam Stewart. He is knocked down. Still with control of the ball. Now it's knocked out of his stick. Loose ball on the floor. Minor interference called against the Mustangs, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back as we hit the final minute 2. Adam Stewart checks his shoes to make sure they're not too slick and slowly walks it up. Underhand pass for Beatty. Beatty tiptoes around the puddle near his bench.
Final minute of the second.
A minute to go now. 50 seconds as across the floor pass connects. There's a shot that goes way wide. The rebound bounces all the way out and down the floor. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. As Babchishin just clears it all the way out. Long lead pass. That shot, look out, Dave, as that one just about cleared the glass. 31 seconds to go in period number 2, and a 7-5 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. They're probably going to try and play for final shot here. Stewart with it up top. Stewart takes his time, circles off to the left point, now to the left half boards. Directing traffic is Ken Stewart. Stewart looks, 13 on the second period. There's a shot, goes high, rebound off the end boards. A shot, that goes wide too. Loose ball in front of the net. Nobody seems to be able to get control of it. A long shot. Minor interference is called there. And the Mustangs will get the ball back with 4 seconds to go in the period. Timms shoots, goes high. And that'll do it for period number 2. And certainly an entertaining period if you enjoy mopping in period number 2. So after 2 periods of play, the score, the Moose Jaw Mustangs 7, the Yorkton Bulldogs 5. We'll be back after this.
What you gonna do?
Hey, mister. You drop this? Have a good day, sir.
Honesty. Pass it on.
Hey, wait a minute.
A message.
Welcome back to the Yorkton swimming pool, ladies and gentlemen. We head to period number 3, Subway Bulldogs lacrosse here on Access 7, a 7-3 lead for the visiting Moose Jaw Mustangs, and it's been a very intriguing second intermission. Dave Kowalczyk says he disagrees with them playing. I'd be inclined to agree with Dave on this one. There have been, up until just seconds ago, 7 buckets on the floor here in the Yorkton Agriplex, collecting water that is dripping from the ceiling and forming puddles on the floor. There's one near both benches and a couple near the creases. We head to period number 3 with 20 minutes of hopefully lacrosse to come, and hopefully nobody gets injured in the process. Both teams were consulted on this. Both teams said, no, we want to play. And that's what we will do, and hopefully no one gets injured, and just hopefully no one gets injured. Doesn't matter who from what team, hopefully no one gets injured. Here come the Mustangs on the offense. There's a shot, stopped by Babchishin. He controls the rebound. So apparently both benches have got paper towels, so they can just sort of run out and quickly mop up some water on the floor. And of course, who would have expected this? It is now June the 13th. As a shot goes wide, rebound off the end boards. And we have just had torrential rain here in Yorkton for the past maybe 2.5 weeks. Off and on rain, and just pouring outside right now as the shot is stopped by Andration. Rebound is controlled by the Mustangs, and it is still pouring outside right now. Their puddles already starting to form on the floor. Nice save there by Bennett Babchishin. And unfortunately, it seems like the big story in this game may end up being who gets injured because they lose their footing in a puddle rather than who actually comes out victorious. And that's my 2 cents worth as the Mustangs set up the offense. Loose ball on the floor. It's picked up by Chris Lysenko. He's going to try and speed away. Lysenko fakes a pass, and good job to take out Booker Wills there. He sends it across for Scott Marianchuk. Marianchuk cuts to the middle. Marianchuk still with it and shoots. It's stopped by Andration, and the rebound is controlled by the Mustangs. Watch your step, guys, as they race up the floor. Long breakaway pass. Willis is in. He shoots, stopped by Babchishin. And the rebound goes to the corner. Beatty just about loses his footing. Pass goes in behind the net. Now the Mustangs set up on offense. 21 to go on the shot clock. And they'll work it up top. Now off the right point. A pass down low from Willis. Again, another player losing his footing there as Willis now sets up top. 10 on the shot clock. Willis looking now. Works off the right half board, left half board. It's a centering pass that doesn't connect. And the ball's just golfed into the Yorkton zone as the shot clock expires. Long lead pass to Byzanski. Byzanski circling off the right side, now to Stewart. Stewart looks, sends it across to Byzanski. Byzanski tries to drive the front of the net, spins, shoots, and that was deflected. He lost control of it at the last second. And racing away is Coakwell. Coakwell's in. He shoots. Oh, and that one just missed the net on the far side. Babchishin had the angle at least well enough covered to prevent that shot from going in. Beatty sends it ahead. Loose ball on the floor, controlled by Byzanski. Over for Adam Stewart. Now Stewart sets up off the right side half board. Stewart cuts to the middle, spins, shoots. That goes wide. Rebound off the end boards. Marianchuk over there to check his man as Sones tries to pull away and does. A 2-on-1. Sones, he's got Coakwell with him. Sones shoots and scores! A bounce shot by Tanner Sones, and it's now 8-5 for Moose Jaw. An important goal there for the Moose Jaw Mustangs as Tanner Sones makes a nice bounce shot, and that gets through Bennett Babchishin to increase the lead to 3.
Moose Jaw goal scored by number 90, Tanner Stones, assist to number 24, Blake Bradfield, at 2 minutes and 54 seconds.
Bradfield gets the lone assist on the 8th goal by the Mustangs. Apparently a bit too anxious that time. And it will be Moose Jaw ball. Burns with it. Burns looks, sends it up top. Hadfield shoots, stopped by Babchishin. Rebound goes to the corner. Stringfellow in there battling for it. Now it's poked along by Michael. He can't get control of it. Stringfield and Michael in there looking for the loose ball. Now it's just golfed out and down the floor. Hadfield back after it. Hard to figure out whose shot clock that is. Apparently it's Moose Jaw's. There's now just 10 seconds remaining. Long lead pass to Sones. Sones working off the right point, cuts to the middle. Sones with it. He passes it across. A shot, score! What a shot. I believe that was Tyson Hoover that let go with a nice sub shot that found the net over the shoulder of Bennett Babchishin, and it's now 9-5. 16 minutes, 32 seconds to go here in period number 3, and the lead is now 4 goals for the Moose Jaw Mustangs as they have really come alive here in period number 3. Now we got a little bit of
Moose Jaw goal scored by
cleaning
number
up going
89,
on.
Tyson Hoover, assist to number 90, Tanner Sones, 3:28.
It is Hoover's goal. Sones with the assist. And it's now a 4-goal advantage for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And the Mustangs get control, and here they come again. There's a shot that's deflected. Bouncing funny crazily in front of the net there, and Bennett Babchishin controls. Sends it over for Stewart and across for Stewart. Ryan to Adam, now plays it ahead. Baczynski with it. Tries to get towards the front of the net. Baczynski was going there, and the pass was not coming. Baczynski still with it. 14 now on the shot clock as Baczynski works off the right point. Sends it down low to Beatty. Beatty tries to bowl his way to the front of the net and does. Has the ball knocked out of his stick. And it just bounces away to center with 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And Scott Marianchuk just chucks it out and down the floor. Moose Jaw Mustangs will get it back with 15:50 to go here in period number 3. As of right now, we've been fortunate not to have anybody lose their footing terribly badly on the floor as a shot is knocked down and still loose on the floor, and the Mustangs will get it back with 15 to go in the shot clock. Carefully controlling it there was Tyson Hoover, plays it over for Mitchell. Mitchell working off the right point, sends it across. Once again, the Mustangs control. There's a shot. Nice save made by Babchishin. He controls the rebound. Babchishin looks, sends it over for Jeff Stringfellow. And Stringfellow runs it quickly up the floor. Looks and sends it across for Stewart. 18 on the shot clock as Adam Stewart walks in. Stops. Now skips it over for Lysenko. Lysenko fakes a shot. Now cuts to the middle. Walking in, shooting. Stopped by Andration. And there is no rebound. Fairly liberal 5 seconds there as the Mustangs control in the defensive zone. David Mitchell sends it all the way out. That pass was not a good one. And the return pass now to Lysenko wasn't much better. Ken Stewart picks up the loose ball and he'll run it up the floor. Stewart takes a little shot, now cuts in. Nice stutter step by Stewart. He shoots. That was stopped by Babchishin. He managed to direct the ball harmlessly to the corner. Loose in the corner, picked up by Kyle Baczynski. Now Beatty in there. Still loose. Jason Beatty finally gets control of it. Has something to say to Dorian Bush and takes his time running it up. A lead pass for Lysenko. 10 to go in the shot clock. Took quite a while for the Bulldogs to get control and get up the floor. They need to get goals and they need to get them quickly. Lysenko all the way across for Scott Marianchuk. Back for Lysenko. He shoots. Nice shoulder save made by Brendan Andration. Back after it is Scott Marianchuk. Now 20 to go on the shot clock. Marianchuk sends it ahead for Baczynski. Down to Lysenko. Lysenko off the right corner. Down to the right point. Spins away from one man. Lost control of the ball. Still loose on the floor. Picked up by the Bulldogs. A backdoor play Marion Chuck Brayton with a shot, and a nice save is made by Andration. Racing away back the other way comes Coquel. Coquel still with the ball, spinning off his man. Centers it, a shot bounces high, away high over the glass, and out of play by David Mitchell. 13 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in period number 3. And the Bulldogs will set up the offense. Trying to do a hidden ball there is Scott Marianchuk. Didn't quite work. Marianchuk working off the left boards. Now sends it in front. Starter step by Basinski. Basinski still with it. Over the shoulder pass to Braden Marianchuk. Marianchuk wasn't ready for it. Loose ball on the floor. Who's got it? The Moose Jaw Mustangs doing it. It's Booker Wills. He's got a man up there, and the lead pass connects. Hadfield lost control of it at the last second. And it bounces all the way back into the Bulldogs' end. Marianchuk takes his time. It's Braden running it up the floor for the Bulldogs. Braden Marianchuk working off the left point. 18 on the shot clock as Marianchuk keeps backing up. Nobody open yet. Marianchuk still making moves. Sends it in front. Basinski lost control of it. And 2 Mustangs are away. It's a 2-on-0. Wills with it. Wills is in. He shoots. It goes over the net. Rebound bounces off the end boards, and the Mustangs will get it back with 20 on the shot clock. Coquel working out of the corner. Now under pressure. Spins. Coquel now off the right boards. He gets a run over by Stewart. His centering pass that doesn't connect. Coquel is slow to get up. And a penalty coming up. And is there going to be a fight? That's Stewart that's going over there. Ken Stewart and Adam Stewart. And an argument going on the floor. Let's have a listen, see what we can pick up.
50-50 ticket. 4-2-3. 7-7. 4-3.
A couple of guys going off for the Bulldogs.
7-7.
And all 3 Stewarts are in the penalty box. That'll make my job a little bit easier. 12 minutes precisely to go here in the third period as the
$55.
Wiper crew is out on the floor.
4-2-3. 7-7. 4-3. Also, don't forget tonight at 7 o'clock, it's the benefit for Sean Smith.
There's a good solid hit thrown there by Ryan Stewart. It's part of what started all this.
Rough and 28 red rough. Do you have anything else? Okay, that's it.
And all the proceeds go to Sean Smith's family of the Poverty Plains.
And then 1 and 28 each. Okay, so we're 4 on 3. Okay, go deep, Darren. I'm just.
The sounds of it, we're going to be going 4 on 3. There's 2 2-minute minors for the Bulldogs and 1 2-minute minor for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. And at least for the moment, a couple of those puddles have been moderately cleaned up.
Moose Jaw penalty number 28, Ken Stewart. 2 minutes roughing. Yorkton number 1, Adam Stewart. Number 2 minutes roughing. And number 11, Ryan Stewart. 2 minutes high sticking. All the penalties are 8 minutes.
So it is Stewart, and Stewart all getting 2 minutes for roughing at 11:59 now as 1 second is ticked off the clock. And as of right now, Moose Jaw's got too many men on the floor. It will be a 4 on 3 for 2 minutes, and it's Booker Wills controlling up top. He steps in, sends it down low, looks for a return pass and gets it. Wills shoots, that goes wide. Rebound off the end boards will go out of play, and that'll be a Bulldogs ball. Chris Lysenko starts with it in his own end. Takes the pass, now he's just going to run it quickly up the floor. Nicely done, the pass connects smartly with Michael. Michael loses control of the ball, tries to get it back, it just bounces into Brendan Andration. And that managed to kill a fair amount of time for the Bulldogs as that's how you try and kill a penalty in box lacrosse. There's a fake shot made by Mitchell. He spins, sends it down low. Shot goes high. Bounces high, out of play, and that'll be another Bulldogs ball. A minute 20 to go in the 4 on 3 man advantage. Lysenko with it. Sends it over for Andy Michael. Michael runs it up the floor. Long lead pass. That hit a partition. Took a crazy bounce. particularly in favor of the Mustangs. There's a shot. Nice save made by Bennett Babchishin off of Tyson Hoover there. And a penalty is going to be coming up. That's against David Mitchell. Just about took the head off of the Bulldogs player. That's Kyle Bazansky.
That's a hook.
We get another look.
You guys are in.
Darren Lanigan's
Hold up,
going to
we
call
gotta-
that a hook. You could have called it a couple of things. As with 11:02 to go here in period number 3, we'll go to 3-on-3 for a minute and 2 seconds. Then it'll be a power play for the Bulldogs. Boy, oh boy, is there ever a lot of room out there as Jason Beatty has it up top. Beatty looks, cuts to the middle. Backdoor play, nice pass there. The shot was deflected just at the last second. A good defensive play by the Mustangs. Mustangs get the ball back. All three of them bring it up the floor. Brad Wilk has it. Wilk looks and plays it across. 17 on the shot clock. And doesn't look like there are many guys on the floor when you're watching it on TV, and it looks like even less here in the arena. As Padfield has it up top, fakes a shot. Excuse me, that's Timms with it. His shot is blocked. Loose ball on the floor, and that'll do it for the 30-second shot clock. 17 seconds remaining in the 3-on-3 as the Bulldogs offense now will set up. Braden Marianchuk with it. Marianchuk off the left side, half boards, just about lost his footing there. Gets it back. Marianchuk looks. Lysenko's coming off the bench. 5 on the shot clock. Excuse me, 5 in the penalties. 14 on the shot clock. Now everybody comes back on the floor. Lysenko looks, spots the trailer. It's Stewart. Ryan to Adam Stewart. That pass didn't quite connect. Adam Stewart with it. 48 to go in the power play. Bazansky shoots. That goes a whistling wide. Rebound off the end boards, and that'll do it for the 30-second shot clock for the Yorkton Bulldogs. 44 to go in the one-man advantage. Before we'll get back to 5-on-5. As Ken Stewart pulls away from a couple of guys, and now we'll just work on killing the clock. 20 to go in the shot clock for the Mustangs. As Stewart gets stapled to the boards, loses control of the ball. Lysenko is there to claim the spoils. Chris Lysenko plays it over for Bazansky. And the offense sets up. 19 seconds to go in the power play, 20 on the shot clock. Bazansky looks. The trailer is Bazinski. Now for Lysenko. Lysenko looks, steps into the middle, over for Bazansky. Now Bazinski, backdoor play. That didn't quite connect. Scott Marianchuk wasn't ready for it. 4-3-2, and that'll do it for the power play for the Bulldogs. The ball's just cleared out and down the floor. Babchishin smartly out of his net to play it. Still a 9-5 lead for the Moose Jaw Mustangs here. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in period number 3. A long lead pass that doesn't connect with anybody. And the loose ball is picked up by the Mustangs. They'll run the floor. 2 of them are away. There's a shot that goes just wide from Brad Wilk. Rebound off the end boards. Sones with it. Sones controls up top. Sends it over for Mitchell. 15 on the shot clock. Mitchell backs in, forces his man, takes a shot that goes wide. Rebound. Babchishin smartly and alertly grabs it. Lays it over for Brady Michael. Michael, a long lead pass. And they're going to call that an illegal change, as Braden Marianchuk was just a bit too quick coming off the bench. And fortunately for the Bulldogs, it's simply a change of possession. Stewart will set up the offense for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Stewart working out off the left corner. Still with it. Stewart tries to get towards the front of the net. Still has it. Stewart is in. A nice save. Crease violation called there against Ken Stewart, and the Bulldogs will get the ball back. Bennett Babchishin sends it ahead for Adam Stewart. I liked it when all 3 were off. I didn't have to keep the stewards straight. As Adam Stewart sets up the offense for the Bulldogs. Now Stewart retreats to the bench. And coming on is Bazinski. Bazinski takes the pass. At least tried to. Now gets it back. Now loses it again. 8 on the shot clock as Bazinski finally gets it back. Goes back door. That pass almost connected with Bazansky, but he tried to shoot before he had the ball. Pass is batted away. Bazinski with it. He shoots. That goes well wide. Rebound off the end boards. And a long lead pass. Whoa, just about a big collision there. Loose ball bouncing in the Bulldog zone. Babchishin will just give up possession to the Mustangs. There's a shot by Sones, and that's stopped by Babchishin. And now we'll have a timeout on the floor for a quick wipe up. 7 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in period number 3. Still a 9-5 lead for the visiting Moose Jaw Mustangs. And so far the third period, no goals scored by the Yorkton Bulldogs here on Subway Bulldogs Lacrosse. And of course, we want to take this opportunity to thank our title sponsor here on Subway Bulldogs Lacrosse. Subways, we get a good look at Darren Lanigan, who is wearing the Culligan ref mic this evening, doing a good job cleaning things up, and a couple of other people out on the floor adding their assistance to the wipe-up jobs. To be honest, it seems to be moderately effective at the very least at keeping things safe, and the players, of course, are now aware of where the wet spots are. They're avoiding them, either that or treading very carefully when they have the ball. We all set and ready to go? Yes, we are. Babchishin plays it ahead for Beatty. 7 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the third period, and Beatty with it. Sends it down low for Adam Stewart. Back for Beatty. He wasn't ready for the pass. The ball just bounces loose. A good job by Scott Marianchuk to get it there. Still loose ball on the floor. That's picked up by Adam Stewart for Scott Marianchuk. Marianchuk looks. 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Marianchuk, he's going to cut to the front of the net himself. Marianchuk lost control of the ball at the last second. Appeals for a penalty, but none is forthcoming. Back the other way come the Mustangs. Quickly to center with it is Ben Coakwell. Coakwell's got a couple of goals tonight, also a couple of points over for Booker Wills. Wills sets up the offense. 15-13 now, 12-11-10 on the shot clock as Wills has it up top. Wills looks, sends it across. That pass is almost intercepted, but still the Moose Jaw Mustangs control. 4 on the shot clock. There's a shot blocked. Rebound. Beatty couldn't quite control it as it just bounces in to Bennett Babchishin. He plays it ahead for Chris Lysenko. Lysenko across for Marianchuk. That's Braden with it. Braden Marianchuk working off the left side, puts on the brake, spins, tries to back in and can't. Marianchuk still with it, over for Lysenko. Lysenko plays it across. There's a sub shot, goes just wide. Rebound off the end boards. Adam Stewart tried that shot, but Booker Wills is the first to the loose ball. Wills racing away. Wills is in, trying to go end to end, and a nice save is made by Bennett Babchishin. 5 minutes, 37 seconds to go. It's Tyson Hoover with the ball, plays it across, and now the offense will come out in full force for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Hoover with it again, spins off his man, now tries to get to the front of the net, and does, and a good save is made by Babchishin. He had no idea where that ball was. Fortunately for him, Kyle Bazanski did, and Bazanski will pull away. Bazanski now puts on the brakes and waits for reinforcements, plays it over. Beatty with it. Beatty takes his time, running it up the floor, gets a pick there. Now Beatty still with it. He takes a shot, stopped by Andration, and the rebound goes to the corner where it's picked up by Bazanski. Bazanski working out the right corner. Looks, cuts to the middle. Bazanski still with it, draws a couple of checks. Loose ball on the floor, and it's picked up at least briefly by Moose Jaw. Nice job by Ken Stewart to pull away. Stewart, he's in, he shoots. Nice save by Bennett Babchishin. Babchishin doing his part to keep the lads in it, and they need 4 goals. They've got 4 minutes, 40 seconds to do it. Beatty with it. Beatty centers one. Lysenko had it hop away from him, and once again it's Stewart. He's going to try and run the floor. He's gone end to end once on this shift, and that time Jason Beatty came back and knocked the ball away. Long lead pass for Chris Lysenko. Lysenko working off the right half boards, cuts to the middle. Lysenko bounce shot, stopped by Andration. And there is no rebound. Good job by Brendan Andration in this game, making the easy saves look pretty easy, taking up a lot of that net. David Mitchell with it. Mitchell controls up top left side. He shoots. That goes high. Rebound off the end boards. Loose ball in front of the nets, and that is picked up by the Bulldogs. Brian Stewart with it. Sends it along for Marianchuk. Back for Adam Stewart. Bulldogs bring their offense out on the floor as Adam Stewart controls right side point. Now up top. Kyle Bazanski with it. Takes his time, directing traffic, sends it over. Marianchuk Braden for Marianchuk Scott. Scott Marianchuk just spins, bounces one towards the front of the net. That took a deflection. Loose ball in behind the net. And the Moose Jaw Mustangs will gain control with 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go here in the third period. Long lead pass connects nicely as Stewart sends it ahead for Sones. Sones working off the right side, half boards. Sones looking, waits, takes his time. At the very least, the Mustangs will be content to run up as much of the clock as they possibly can. A centering pass that skips away. Just 5 now on the shot clock as Coakwell has it. Coakwell steps in, throws it at the front of the net, and that's stopped nicely by Bennett Babchishin. Back the other way come the Bulldogs. Bazinski sends it in front. Lysenko didn't quite have control of it, but Bazinski does, and he scores! Bazinski got control of it, and with 2:41 to go here in period number 3, it is now 9-6. A 3-goal difference is Bazinski was very alert to grab that loose ball and puts it over the shoulder of Brendan Andration to cut the lead to 3. The Bulldogs will be hard-pressed to come back from this, but they certainly need to take some solace in the fact that they will make it an interesting 2 minutes, 41 seconds here. And don't forget what happened last week against the Saskatoon Smash with that dramatic comeback, tying it with just 3 seconds left. This is a different team, and the Bulldogs are really going to have to battle hard here. As Stewart loses his footing in a puddle, and the Moose Jaw Mustangs will set up the offense. It's Wills with it up top. Going to go on the shot clock as Booker Wills controls. Wills waits. He's going to kill off again as much of the shot clock as he possibly can. Everybody just sort of standing still now. Wills cuts to the middle. A couple of guys on him. Wills still battling through. Nice job by Booker Wills to run the clock. Derek Burns with it now. He shoots. That's easily stopped by Babchishin. And now 2 minutes to go in the game. Adam Stewart with it. Stewart brings it quickly up the floor. Lysenko to the front of the net. Stewart with it. He's going to spin and look to make a pass. It's knocked out of his stick. Loose ball there, picked up by Bazinski. Excuse me, by Bazinski. Now for Stewart. Stewart loses stick, ball and all. And a good job on the back check there by the Moose Jaw Mustangs. A long lead pass that doesn't quite connect. Loose ball there and a shot in the back by Jason Beatty, and that'll be a loose ball foul. Craig Nickel will have it with 1:38 to go in the third period and a fresh 30 for the Moose Jaw Mustangs. Nickel will be content basically just to stand there and run out as much of the clock as he possibly can. Sends it up top for Mitchell. Now for Stewart. And down low, and they're going to play catch at least for the time being. Ken Stewart with it. Sends it over for Burns. 10 on the shot clock. Burns tries a little backdoor play. That doesn't quite connect. Loose ball on the floor. It's picked up by Stewart. He bats it away from one of the Bulldogs. Bazinski picks up the loose ball. He's going to run the floor with 1:08 to go. Bazinski. And the whistle goes, and a timeout has been called by the Bulldogs with 1:06 to go here in the third period. And don't forget, folks, coming up right after the game, of course, the Culligan play of the game and the game stars here on Subway. Bulldogs lacrosse on Access 7, brought to you by Subway Eat Fresh. Well, it certainly hasn't been a game without its interesting points, with a few puddles still forming on the floors. A couple of guys are out there trying to wipe things up. And it certainly is hard to fault anybody for these puddles. I mean, even if the leaks were, even if the roof situation was similar pretty much any other summer of the year, any other summer, you wouldn't have any problem with it. But who'd figure that there'd be this much rain on June 13th? And certainly keeping things interesting. And fortunately, nobody has gotten injured in any of those puddles. The guys really watching their step here in the third period as we have hit the final 66 seconds. There'll be 25 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And Adam Stewart working out of the right corner up top for Beatty. Beatty cuts to the middle, looks, shoots. Shoulder save made by Andration. Rebound, net's empty for the Bulldogs. They've got 6 attackers out there, and one of them is Marianchuk. Sends it towards the front of the net. Loose ball on the floor. Picked up by the Bulldogs. Good job there by of Michael to get to it. Sends it for Stewart behind the net to Chris Lysenko. Looking. 12 to go on the shot clock. 38 in the game. Lysenko tries to backdoor it for Stewart. That pass is intercepted. And back the other way comes Ken Stewart with the empty net. Fired it wide. Ken Stewart had the empty net and he missed everything. 20 seconds to go in the game. Ken Stewart had a wide open net, and will he get another shot at it? Nope. That ball skips away from him. 13 to go in the game as the ball goes all the way back in behind the net. Adam Stewart back there after it. 6-5. He plays it ahead for Braden Marianchuk. Sends it down low. Scott shoots, save, rebound. Nothing there, and that'll do it. The Moose Jaw Mustangs win 9-6. That's the final score. It's a reasonably entertaining game here this afternoon at the Yorkton Agriplex. We'll be back with the Culligan postgame show right after this.
What you gonna do?
Hey, mister. You drop this? Have a good day, sir.
Honesty. Pass it on.
Hey, wait a minute.
A message from the foundation.
Welcome back to the Yorkton Agriplex. Subway Bulldogs lacrosse here on Access 7. For the Culligan postgame show, as you see the final score on your screen, the Moose Jaw Mustangs 9, the Yorkton Bulldogs 6, as the Mustangs maintain their undefeated record in 4 years of play. They have yet to lose a game. Now we're going to take a look at the Culligan play of the game, brought to you, of course, by Culligan, the water people. And for this one, we're going to pick on Ken Stewart. Sorry, Ken, but when you have a breakaway on an empty net like that and can't seem to hit the broadside of a barn, you got to make the Culligan play of the game for all the wrong reasons. Thanks. As we get another look at it, and Ken's going to try and be cute, pick the corner. And he puts it right at the base of the McDonald's sign. Nice shooting, Ken. Now we can make fun of them because they won anyway. 9-6 the final score as we take a look at the Culligan stars of the game. Of course, here on Lacrosse on Access 7, we pick one star from each team. And the star on behalf of the Moose Jaw Mustangs, number 79, David Mitchell, who had 3 goals, and in particular a big second period where he picked up a couple of goals, including one on the power play. And the star for the Yorkton Bulldogs, number 1, Adam Stewart, had a goal and 3 assists. Certainly a big contributor on the offense, as was the familiar number 12, Chris Lysenko, a big contributor on the offense for the Yorkton Bulldogs. Well, these two teams will meet again in approximately 1 week, and when the Bulldogs play again here in Yorkton, you can catch the game here on Access 7. On behalf of myself, Kevin Lubanicki will hopefully be back next week, and all the volunteers here on Access. This is Tim Calder saying good night from the Yorkton Agriplex.